Hello guys, how's it going? My name is Dalaran, and in today's video we'll be taking a very first look at the new models for Worgen and Goblin being added in patch 8.2.5. Now these are the very first models that came out so far, and there's a good chance Blizzard is still working on adding more detail and more corrections. So it is safe to say everything you see here is still unfinished, but is finally rolling into PTR for us to see the work they've put in. I am going to leave some bits of more information after you guys see the models, but I don't want to waste any more time. Enjoy the models we have right now. A little bit important information at the end of the video. Now, what is there to say about these models? Let's first talk about the important bits that I meant to talk about towards the end. Now, these models are not currently in the game. As of making this video, I've been waiting for the servers to come back live to see exactly what they look like. These are the models that can be found on Wowhead from the databases that they were able to gather. And these might not be exactly the same in the exact same format and style while the servers come back. This is just a first look at what we have from the websites available. So one of the things you might have noticed is the fact that female Worgen don't have any special color to their eyes. There's still a lot of this doe-eye deer type of look, which is very different than that of the male Worgen, as the male Worgen now currently possess colored eyes as well as non-special, non-evil eyes, a lot of people describe them. But there's a good possibility that once the servers are up, these colors for eyes for the females are implemented. They just aren't shown on Wowhead. Couple things to note. I very much like the Worgen upgrades, and the improvements are incredible. From the detail to the fur, to the lack of nipples on the males, which you might have noticed, and minus that massive snarl that every female face in the original models had, you actually do have a little bit more character. The facial expressions are awesome during majority of the animations, and overall I'm very much impressed with the Worgen. I thought the males looked great, but the females is what was going to be a make it or break it for me, and they actually look quite decent. Now, whether the females do have any special color to their eyes or not, I feel like there's a lot more upgrades already, enough for somebody to want to play an upgraded version of these models. But for some people, it might be a deal breaker. Either way, it does make me want to play these new models, and that's probably the best part. Do these models make you want to play and make that character? And yes, they do. The goblins, on the other hand, are hit or miss, I feel like. I feel that the original models for the goblin, whoever worked on them, especially for the male goblins, already had a lot of character. Of course, these models with the Worgen and the Goblin were ahead of their time back when they were released compared to the original vanilla models, and after every model from vanilla and even BC era got a facelift, these guys did start to fall behind, but I always felt like Goblins always had a bit extra character from the get-go, so they always look quite good. So for goblins, male and female, it's more of a facelift. And while I like some of the animations, and particularly the facial animation during things like dance and certain emotes, I still feel like certain other animations like laugh or shy were better in the original than they are in the new. The females for goblins is why I saw the most amount of improvement, because let's be honest, the original female goblins were mostly scary. It was really difficult to make something that was decent to look at, and with the new model for the goblin, you can still make them really scary, but at least they look very high definition. But if you want to be more on the pretty side or be on the less scary side at least, you could definitely accomplish with the new models. Where I was really impressed is the animations for the females in terms of some of the animations and the facial expression during those animations. Like, looking back at the original ones, they look very much animatronic. It just doesn't really have the fluidity, it doesn't really have great facial expression to go with it. And now, I would say the best way I would describe them with the new models is now their animations have a little bit more spunk to them. Overall, very excited with the new changes. Cannot wait to test these guys out on the servers once the servers with the new models go live. Also, cannot wait to find out what kind of heritage armor these guys are gonna have. It was rumored a while ago that goblins and Worgen were supposed to get heritage armor with the brand new model update, which I think a lot of players would appreciate if Blizzard were to do that. Anyway, you guys let me know your thoughts in the comments below for the new models as well as the old models of Goblin as well as the Worgen. Let me know which ones you like more. Do you like the improvements for the males or females of Goblins or Worgen or both? And do the new models make you want to make one? I definitely want to make a Worgen now, but Goblin is not completely off the table anymore because they actually look quite good. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see all of you guys in another video.